friends, and welcome back to Lemon Tree Corner. This week in the studio we are making a bag. We're making two bags, but we're kind of doing an ooh shiny moment. So I got a little bee in my bonnet to make myself an autumn bag. So we are going to make a Kaitlin purse. This is my favorite purse. I have two of these. These are the ones I use all the time. So we've got two sets of front pockets, so two here and then two on the other side. I'm not going to do this front zipper. There is a zip pocket inside, so I'm going to do that. And then it has a magnetic closure, and then I usually do a cotton handle instead of a leather handle. I have also shrunk this down to 85% size because I like it being a little smaller. And you can do an adjustable strap, but I like making a strap small like that so it just hangs on my shoulder. I don't like an adjustable strap. And then it's got a magnetic snap closure. And what else? Oh, and then I just used some fleece. It's plenty sturdy because it's got that front pocket on both sides. So it's got like a nice sturdy, it stands up straight. But the fleece for the outside of the bag just gives it a little more oomph. So this is the first bag we're going to be doing. And we're going to be doing it in some fat quarters. So I have this pack of fat quarters. What I was thinking of is so this for the front pocket, it's this beautiful fall leaf pattern, and either this one for the outside or this one. So I haven't made up my mind yet. And then the other two, this would be the lining, and then this would be the little inside zip pocket, and maybe the handle as well. So I'm going to put that together. And then my mom needs a little bag for her walker. So it's kind of a unique thing. I've got specific size that I have to make. So I'm just going to make a zipper pouch with like a boxy bottom and make it up. I made enough zipper pouches, this should be fine. So tried to find fabrics that would match with the cover of her walker. So this was going to be the outside. It's the closest thing I have to what she's showing me. Although I'm looking at a picture, so I'm not sure what it's going to look like. And then we'll do this for the inside just to give it a pop. And then I have to come up with some sort of closure. So I'm thinking like a wristlet strap, but where it detaches. So it's long, it goes over the walker, and then reattaches to the D-ring. Don't know what I'm doing there, but we will figure it out. Oh, and let me give you an update on our crochet project. So we are doing the Wonder Cardigan. It's just a very loose cardigan. It's basically one big rectangle, and then you sew the sides together to form arms. So if you can kind of see that, let me get you a better picture. So you can see there, it's like one big rectangle, and then we pull it together for the arms. So looks like easier than like a traditional cardigan would be. So I'm using those yarns that I decided I didn't want for the other project. So here is where we are at. You've basically got these two stripes with kind of a shell pattern here, and then the rest is just going to be half double crochet. So it's going super fast. As you can see, I just started this last week. I've been working on it every night. It goes super fast, and then it'll end with this same shell design with the two stripes. So very excited about this. I am, you know me, I never use the yarn that they asked for. So I'm using a DK weight yarn. It calls for fingering. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. It's not, the colors that I have are not lasting for the amount of rows that I need. So I don't know what this is gonna look like in the end. Hers goes down really low, like down below her butt. But she is short, so I don't know what the length is going to look like on me. And even though I have 6 skeins of yarn and she only used 5, I feel like I don't have enough yarn. So I wanted to make these very contrasty, so I'm using the tan yarn here, and then I'm using the green, but I used the other green also because, I don't know if you can tell, but they're two different greens. Because I have to do the same thing up at the top, and it pretty much took a half a ball of yarn just to do this. So I'm like, I better use both greens just to be safe. So we're already on the second purple, and I've only got one more purple to go. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I might add in the tan at that point and just do the tan up to the stripe, but I wanna make sure I have enough tan for the other two stripes up at the top, and then there's a couple of rows for the cuffs that I'm gonna need yarn for. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough yarn. Just gonna keep going, because this is where I get to the point where I don't think it's gonna work out, and then I stop working on it. So we're gonna keep going and complete this. And I'm glad I got a jump on that, because the other yarn isn't even here yet. So very happy that I started that and excited to work on it every night. And then the last thing we're continuing work on is our sachets. So I've got all the Christmas fabrics that I pulled out, and then I've got the flowery fabrics that I pulled out. I haven't even pulled out the Hawaiian ones yet, so we'll get those going. I don't know how many they're actually gonna fill with what I have. And then I'm not sure I wanna fill them yet because everything's kind of sealed right now, and I'm afraid that if I fill these, obviously I'm gonna have to put them in a Ziploc bag so they don't cross smell contaminate. But I'm just worried that they're gonna lose their scent. I don't know. Everything's kind of sealed right now. So what I might do is prep all of these, sew them, just leave the hole opening. I might even pink them all and do that all ahead of time, and then just fill them like the last week before we go on our trip. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. So that's where we're at with all that. And then I think I just have one more video after this before we go on vacation. So I'll pick out another bag for that. But let's get to work this week working on our little interlude bags. So go ahead and grab a cozy beverage or a cool beverage. It's still kind of hot. It's cooling down, but it still feels pretty hot out there in Southern California. So go ahead and grab a drink, curl up on the couch, and let's get to work.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken. And take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken. And I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can...
So we've got our pouch. My solution to my problem was to put two 2 swivel clips on here so that you can put this, loop this over the walker, and then attach it to that same D-ring so that it looks like a wristlet. You can also take it off and use it as a wristlet when it's not on the walker, but this way you can get it on and off the walker. So I'm hoping that that works. We did box the bottom, so it's technically 7 now. I'm hoping that's still gonna work. It was supposed to be 8 by 10, but we boxed the bottom. Obviously, if you need it to go lower, it can go lower because we've got 2 extra inches on the top, or 1 extra inch. We've got 1 extra inch, so it's really 7 by 11. I'm hoping there's still going to be enough maneuverability in there for her. If not, we will find out. But it's kind of a nice size for like a makeup pouch or something. It's just a zippy pouch. I'm wondering if that's something I can do for future. Would be kind of cool just to have a plain old boxed pouch like this that, you know, maybe even is 8 by 10, 7 by 10, 6 by 10 would be a good size. So now that we have this done, we can get to cutting the fabric for our other purse. I figured I would be a good girl and make Mom's first and then make mine. This is the one I make for myself. I've got 2 of these already. And I just thought, it's fall, y'all. Let's do a fall purse. I have all these fall fat quarters. I've never done like a fall or Christmas purse, and it just sounded so much fun. So, you need to figure out what's going where. I know I want this for this outside pocket, and I'm doing one on each side, which I can't remember the pattern calls for that or not. So this is perfectly fine because the pocket piece is smaller. And then I believe I was going to line the pocket with this one. So this pocket piece is definitely big enough, it's fine. And then we have the exterior and the lining. Problem with those is that this is like just big enough, you know, for that. So we've got this big piece, and I've already shrunk it down 85 to 85% because I like it a little smaller than the original. So this purse is for me, so we're doing it my size. Problem is, look at that. Can you see that? It's right. So there's a selvage edge to this, and it's like right there, which really sucks. So for the lining, it's fine because we're going to cut it this line, but for the exterior, I need this whole piece. Now the good news is this is getting covered up with the pocket. It's getting sewn together at the bottom. You know, I'm not going to see this. So I'm just going to go ahead and include the selvage with however we cut this. And I think we have to cut it that direction, so I have to take that into consideration. Yeah, that all these guys are going to be sideways, basically. And then I have to choose which one of these I want. So, with our pocket on the bottom here, which color do we like better? I'm kind of partial to this one, just because I feel like that is really nice contrast. But I feel with this one, like, boom, that pops. Like, these oranges seem to pop more with that color than this color, and maybe this is too much of a contrast. So I'm not sure what I want to do. I think these are the tamer of the backgrounds to really make this shine. Just not sure, and I guess I have to make up my mind fairly quickly here. And then this is going to be the lining, so that's going to tie in nicely. Look at that amazing sunset. It's just crazy. Oh, somebody's taking off on a plane in this. Like a little bit of rain would just added poster today. Looks like a Georgia peach.
Away from the fray. Let's not get stuck in our worries. We'll make our own way. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom?
Okay, so of course I'm sick again. But we finally got our yarn in the mail. Very, very pretty. I'm gonna ball this up. I don't know how I'm gonna tell the difference. It's such a subtle change, especially when you get into these three, that I'm gonna have to carefully place them in order to do this. So this is the yarn that is in this picture for the Segway shawl. I'm getting very far on my Wonder cardigan, so I'll be able to start this before we take our road trip. And having the correct colors is gonna help me. I mean, having the correct yarn is gonna help me because I will finally, hopefully not run out of yarn for once, using the correct thing.
Is it innate? Feels like a heavy burden, but I can't relate. Do our actions even matter? Or is this a fate? At least now I'm feeling better. I know I'm here to stay. Won't you come outside?
Hey, Oreo. Oreo's my little love bug. He just loves attention. Huh? Yes. Yes, you do. Oreo's just hanging out with me. Lucy's here as well. Oreo's the one that likes to cuddle and get attention. Yeah. Yeah. So Oreo is a Springer Spaniel. They're rescues. We don't really know how old they are. Oreo's probably about 7 or 8 now. And Lucy's an old lady. So she's a Spaniel mix. Part Corgi. If you look at her from above, you can see she's part Corgi. And she's a couple years older than Oreo, so she's probably 8 or 9. So I know that fateful day is coming at some point, so I just enjoy being present with them and cuddling with them and spending time. Because you never know how much time you have left. Our previous doggie, Eva, one day she was fine, and the next day her heart basically exploded. It enlarged, and she couldn't breathe, and took her to the vet, and by the end of that day, she was gone. So I've never had that happen before. Normally you're worried about your dogs deteriorating over time and getting some awful disease, and yeah, it was just very traumatic because Eva just left us like within a day. She was gone. So I enjoy these precious moments, knowing that you never know how many more you get. Yeah. My little love bug, huh? Look at your paws. Look at your paws.
I was the girl all alone in the corner, drinking by yourself on a Saturday night. You were the guy with your friends at the doorway, pretending that you had the time of your life. Had we met before?
made some really good progress here, more progress than I thought we were going to make today. I was really hoping just to get my mom's thing done, sew the sachets together and just get all the fabric cut and ready and interfaced. So we've gotten a lot farther on this than we needed to. And then tomorrow we'll finish this up. We'll attach the we'll attach the D-rings and get everything sewn together. Okay. And we're going to do 3/8 of a seam, which is good because this little guy here needs to go fully away. So hopefully that will work in our favor when we sew that together. And yeah, almost there. Happy Sunday, everybody. So it is the next day. We're going to get these sewn together. I'm going to sew this bottom first and then take a peek and see if we've sewn enough. I might have to make this a little bit shorter than I want just to cover that up. Or it's the bottom of the purse. Is it really going to matter if you can see that? I don't know. I did forget we had to put the magnetic snap in before I sew these together. So I'm just gonna open it up like that. I'm gonna put this in. And then my sister pointed out something that I should have thought about earlier, which is, do I really want to do the sachets with little plastic beads inside them? Because that's not really my aesthetic. That's not my brand. So do I really want to put that out there? Plus, the more I think about it, the more it's like, do you really want a Christmas scented sachet in your drawer? Like, what's that all about? Why don't I just make them with the lavender blossoms? I did find more lavender blossoms on Amazon I can order. Okay, it looks very cute. It looks kind of small, so I was wondering if I'm really supposed to be doing it at 85%. But looking at this bag, that's what it is. So we did it correctly. Our snap snaps correctly. I've got the handle, the length that I want to wear it at. And we're all done. Just have to put my label on there. So here's one in kind of more springy fabric. And here's this one. The nice thing about these front pockets is that they're perfect for your phone, your keys, your earbuds, you know, whatever you want to put in those front pockets. So very excited to use this. We have our Classified Professionals Day at work this week, so I think I will be carrying this over to our meetings and our lunch and showing off my new purse. It's very themey, so that's good. We have our sweater all washed and blocked, so just waiting for this to dry. And then we can take it off and sew the edges together. It went a little longer than my board, and it's a little wonky on the end. You can see that that one is shorter than that one, so not sure what I did there. But yeah, just wide enough for my blocking boards. So this should be dry today, and we can take it off and then keep this going. Well, friends, that's it for this week. We have our 2 finished bags, so let's take a look at those. First, we have my mom's bag. What I did is I did 2 swivel clasps around the handle so that you can take this off, put it around the walker, put it back on. So it's much more versatile. We did the rainbow hardware, so that's nice. She's also getting 2 piggies. And then we've got the interior. So very, very happy. I mean, I probably shouldn't have cut down as much in the bottom as I did because once we box the bottom, but I think it's still gonna work for what she needs. And if not, I've got more fabric, so that's fine. And then we have our cute little autumn bag, or my cute little autumn bag. So very cool. I love the way this pattern turned out on there with just a little peek of the darker orange, which we used for the handle. So very cute. The inside of the pocket's the dark orange, and then the inside, you can't really see it there. Let's see if you can see it, is more leaves. Very cute. I'm very happy with it, and I will enjoy using this on our vacation and just throughout the autumn season. So that's cool. Where we're at with the sweater. So we blocked it. It's sitting on the blocking boards right now, drying out. And then as soon as that's done, we're going to take it off and we're going to seam up these sides to be the sleeves. And then we just have a few more rounds. This is all I have left of the yarn. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the few rounds that I need for the sleeves out of this yarn. So I might have to look in my stash for something else. Oh, I don't know how it used that much yarn. And it's way shorter than it should be. I did try it on, and I mean, it pretty much goes from here to the waist, so it's good enough for a sweater. Definitely not like what she had in the picture, although she's way shorter than me. So that's half of the reason why, but I definitely did not get as many rows out of that yarn as she did out of the other yarn. Just another lesson to me to not use different yarn than the pattern calls for. So I have learned my lesson, not doing that again. And then what else are we doing? Oh, the Christmas scarf. So I'm gonna start work on that probably coming up just so that it's done in time for Christmas. And we're gonna start the Segway shawl with the correct yarn. So I'll share that with you next week and hopefully have the sweater done by next week as well. So as always, thank you for coming and spending time with me. We've got one more video before the vacation, so we'll have one more video and then a week off, and then you'll have a travel video. So that'll be fun. So next week we are going to be doing the Alice purse. I've made one of these. I really like them. It's kind of a nice tote slash purse. So we'll make that next week with some denim, and yeah, I think that's it. So I hope you have a wonderful week ahead and hope to see you back here next week. Love you, friends. Bye.
I woke up in the middle of the night. And I wondered how you're always right. It gets me. I couldn't see what you saw in me. Ooh.